Omagh Town is situated in the southwest of Northern Ireland and is the largest urban centre in County Tyrone. The town has about 20,000 people and the wider area boasts somewhere in the region of 52,000 people. Omagh has been the market town since 1610. King James II and King William of Orange have both stayed here between 1689 and 1690. During Omagh's long history, stretching back some 9,000 years or so, residents have seen investments such as the establishment of the St Lucia Barracks in 1881 and the founding of its first hospital in 1899. Sadly though, Omagh has seen more than its fair share of atrocity, having been targeted by the real IRA on August 15, 1998, what has been known as the Omagh Bomb. This was the darkest day of what has been known as the Troubles. Today, Omagh is a striving, bustling community that boasts excellent relations between the various communities. The town once again has a busy centre and out-of-town retail parks and is well on target to achieve city status by 2025.
Do you think Omagh has progressed in previous years with new developments that are happening at the minute? And what's your opinion on these developments?
Yes, Omagh has made huge progress certainly over the course of the last 20 years. The town itself has been totally transformed, and so has the district as well. I suppose if we look, for example, at the town centre, we see the environmental improvement scheme in the town centre, the Struil Arts Centre, the weir on the river, and of course the new college. And we're looking also now at the Oasis project, which is ongoing. So these have had a hugely transformative effect on the town centre, and it's made it a very nice place to be, to socialise and to visit.
Well, as I said, I've lived here all my life. I was born in the county and went to school here and grew up here, and I've certainly seen a huge change from when I went to school and all. I suppose the most obvious one is the new Oasis project, which is just down at the bus depot. When it's finished, it's going to provide a shared space for everyone in the centre of the town, which I think is to be welcomed. In terms of businesses and entertainment, we have a cinema going into the town centre at Desmond's Shirt Factory. That's a change in use from when I was small. It was industrial, and now it's been moved to entertainment. Unfortunately, Omagh has lost a lot of its industrial business, but it's taken sort of a wee bit of innovative thinking to sort of work around that and to keep the town vibrant and to keep the town going. I think there's also a change in attitude. When I was growing up, it was very pessimistic, and Omagh was sort of characterised by, of course, the terrible events of the bomb, and yet now we're not forgetting it, and not celebrating it, not even near celebrating it, but we're accepting that it happened and moving forward and trying to sort of build the shared future we all crave.
It's a good place to live in because mostly myself, I prefer more city area and a good place to live in because there's a lot more scenery now to make the place look more modern.
Well, there are definitely some more spaces to live. I mean, I've lived here literally all my life, and everyone knows each other, and it has a bit of history, which is nice, and there's a few stuff to do in Omagh and around the surrounding areas as well, so yeah, it's a pretty nice place to live.
Struil Arts Centre wasn't there back whenever I was really, really young, and well, walking past it every day, I just look up and I'm like, well, Omagh's going to be someplace in about 10 years.
New developments in Omagh with Primark and...
Alright, well, at least it's something like they're making this place a little bit shinier looking, I guess. Yeah, they're making more jobs for people around as well, that's something.
Do you feel that there are enough jobs and opportunities to build in town areas?
Well, as I say, the town has advanced quite a lot, and I should have also mentioned that in addition to what we're looking at in the town, there are quite a large number of strategic projects which have a huge amount of potential for this district. I suppose one of the projects, or a number of the projects which I myself and my party has been heavily involved in, is the A5 dual carriageway, which unfortunately has been held up as a result of a judicial review, but substantial progress has been made, and we're hopeful that that will be back on course in 2016. And when that comes back on course, what that will generate for the area is phenomenal. The economic projections suggest that it could bring about £1 billion into the northwest of Ireland, and that would be a huge trickle-down effect in terms of not just the construction road, but other business that will spring up as a result of it. And certainly in my courses in NLA, and indeed along with the MP Pat Doherty, we've met quite a number of people who are interested in investing in the Omagh area, but they're looking towards the improved infrastructure before they would make that move. I suppose the other project that I've been heavily involved in over the course of almost a decade now is the transfer of the vacated military land at Lissanelli, and that was a campaign that we were heavily involved in, because at the outset the British Army wanted 80 million for that, but as a result of political lobbying, we managed to get the British MOD to transfer that to the executive, and then our party colleagues, Katrina and Jordan, the education managers, have moved now to the educational campus there. So when the educational campus is constructed, it's a £150 million project, but more importantly, the pedagogic and the social and economic social benefits for Omagh is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Already our MP Pat Doherty has visited the MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston, who are interested in partnering on the site in terms of delivering some of their courses. So we're going to be looking at 6 schools from different sections of the community, all co-located on a site that was formerly connected to the Troubles Trust. Hugely phenomenal, and that project's moving on very, very fast. Indeed, I think the Arvely School is presently under construction to open next year. So there's some major projects happening in Omagh, and of course a lot of these projects are connected by the 2-mile riverside walk right through the town, which connects all these projects and the Lissanelli lands and joins them all up, integrates them all. So very, very exciting times in Omagh now, and certainly very exciting for the future.
In the society now, do you feel there are enough jobs and other opportunities available in the town area?
No, there are not enough. There are when there's one person unemployed, there's not enough jobs. I suppose there is a real problem with skills. A lot of the jobs that are coming through are very technical in the fields of IT and in the fields of IT, but those jobs are you have to be trained very specifically for them. Web design, graphic design, things like that, and I think that the skills we're providing our children with aren't perfectly synced up with the job market, and that requires a certain forward planning, because when you train someone now, they're not going to go into the job market for 5 years or whatever, so you have to train them with a view to what is going to be big in the future, not what is big now, because the things that are big now, Omagh's main employment is, according to the Town Centre Master Plan, the public sector and manufacturing, and neither of those show significant chances of growth. So training for what Omagh has at the minute mightn't be the best move. You've got to plan for what Omagh's going to have in the future. So in terms of the skills, the new Lissanelli project, there's a larger emphasis on providing people, not just giving them grades. Grades are important, but coming out with 3 A's and no skills is not particularly useful to the person. We want to provide them with skills as well as giving them good grades.
This is a South West College documentary production.